you know that Rawalpindi is one of the twin cities with its twin brother, or is it twin sister? And I'm disturbed by the noise of the motorbike. So as I was saying, Rawalpindi is part of the twin cities, with Islamabad being its brother or being its sister. It has very, very close economical ties as well. And today we are heading off to Attock and the district of Attock. And this morning we have just entered the PWD road. And it's a Monday morning, so we're expecting lots of bustle and lots of bustle. People will be heading off to work after having the weekend break. As we go past the Kabul Mazar, a restaurant. The PWD road is a very well known area. It's the main road. Get disturbed by the horns of the cars and the pressure horns. The PWD road is full of shops of many kinds, of high international level. Did you know that Rawalpindi is twinned with Islamabad? We have the Rawalpindi Development Authority, known as the RDA, and the Capital Development Authority, known as the CDA. So one of them's the older brother, or one of them's the older sister. Their economical ties are very, very strong, and sometimes, if particularly like us, when you come from abroad, you're not sure whether you're in Rawalpindi or whether you're in Islamabad. I remember saying to people that currently I'm staying in Islamabad, and when they would ask me the address, I would give them the address of Bahriya Phase 3, and I would get like an extremely strange look to say, well, actually we're upper class, we're from Islamabad, that's a little bit lower class. As I was in the UK a little while ago, one of my students said to me, my mother asks you, where are you from? Let me say that again. If you ask my mother where she is from, she's likely to say Upper Armley and not Armley, because Armley is where the prison is, and she is from Upper Armley. And the difference on the border of Armley is about 2 meters. So Rawalpindi is the 4th largest city in Pakistan, and currently we are on the Islamabad Expressway. And there's major works that are taking place here. Infrastructure is always on the increase, and it's a Monday morning too, so it's heaving with traffic. Yozal Chidan Chata Post Call Sabar Van the Church is the KC. Nomati Sabar Chidan on the airport ki is the KC. Or Sabar Chidano, so Chiman Gadi Chalay traffic jam G, Ave Banda is the KC. Well, ho Asani, Sabaruka, Oi, Sabar. लेकिन आगे पसी चिदन यो पूरा मेहनती सिर्फ यो अल्फाज सबर कोलू सरा बंद सबर ने शिकोले. You have to practice. So when you come out the ijtima, I went ijtima ke nachi bandarauzi, Lahore Islamabad ijtima ke nachi bandarauzi. Trainers चिदन खस्ता खबर अबरीदली چې سوا حالت نه وځي بیا ډوډۍ یادې پراټه یادې کباب یادې کور یادې کنه نو هغه وخت چې د صبر ټول الفاظ چې دنو یو ځل سره چې دنو whoops راوځي. So we continue on the Islamabad Expressway, which joins Islamabad and Rawalpindi and then connects us to the motorways that end up going towards Peshawar and Mardan and KPK. And ultimately, if you carry on going and following these roads, you'll ultimately end up towards the borders of Afghanistan. So from central traffic jams, as you can see now, we have 4 lanes of the carriageway on this side and 4 lanes of the carriageway on the other side of the island. And in the distance, you can see the signs guiding us towards Faizabad, 0 Point and Murray, and also Peshawar, the land of hospitality. And the exit on the left is Chaudhry Ghulam Abbas Road. And look at that for protection. Nothing. Spot the protection on the motorcycle riders. And you can hear all the vehicles, hear the motorbike on the left hand side as well. As they all start to put their foot down, we have roaring engines. Faizabad Junction on the left hand side. And the beautiful Badi Gala is on that side over there. And that's where Imran Khan and his family live in Badi Gala. And one of the things I love about this particular place is trees and the grass and the greenery. And the airport's also in this direction as well. And Faisal Masjid, I think, is less than a kilometre away, just on the right hand side, as a black Civic RS just like slams himself in front of us and then whacks the brake on. And we have these just like random barriers in the middle of nowhere. And there was three policemen sat on the left hand side under the trees eating ice cream. Oh, and there's a Nissan Sunny, followed very closely by a more modern MG. And there's always something to do with the jungle track here in Islamabad, hiking, walking, and lots of physical activities as well, walking through the mountains, climbing through the mountains, as well as for some people racing the car on the expressway as we come under the bridge for the Capital Development Authority. And if you're watching Akib Hassan, commercial officer for One Homes, who are headquartered in London, I hope you're having a wonderful blessed day. The last time I was on this road was in December last year, travelling with him to the One Homes head or Islamabad office. Turn left, and I believe this is the Srinagar highway, and the greenery below as we travel on the bridge. Very bright, whoops, easy, yellow and black markings on the central reservation and on the hard shoulder as well. And speed cameras and security cameras can be seen in the vicinity. And if you can see the brown tourist signs in the distance, so if you're doing your theory test in the UK, all brown signs are tourist signs. And lots of offices on the right hand side with the Islamabad Chamber of Commerce. I look at the overhead connecting roads, which make connectivity in the area so much easier in comparison to 15 and 20 years ago, where there would just be traffic jams. Oh, and check that for safety. And the Telecom Foundation building on my right hand side. And there's lots and lots of cars. It looks like many people are at work today as the highway splits off and a brown van just randomly pulls to the right. And it looks like it's only got one brake light that's working. And the new metro, which you must take a ride in, runs above, which once again makes transport so much easier. There's some wacky races going on further ahead. The one that gets there first wins an award of getting there first. Oh, and a yellow taxi. We are heading towards the motorway, and the exit on the left goes towards Pirvadai and Rawalpindi. My driver's undertaking and then overtaking, and then a random guy on his bike is just like wandering about. Whoops. Check that for health and safety. There you go, them two are having a race. Give him credit where credit's due. At least he's hot under his helmet. My driver's going straight through the middle of two cars. Once again, metro line, khashta connection is the public ratlo ke dera santi ashla mashallah. Khashta shinbuti di Islamabad ke. Adawgare basically pinzalena road de, balke shpaglena shores. And the splitting and the safety Let's be jealous kalau mukabli sara cheze na samra change mashallah. Our speed camera lagi dilli. So smile. Agar makala bijli taru na pakai cara kali di car na kayo. Chumji rawat ini makala level connection juri. Look, we're in the middle of nowhere, McDonald's. Yo si Pakistan ke deal khashta dega trakun ma jikum ranguna bhi. So Rawalpindi is staying behind on our left hand side as we head off towards the more central Islamabad area. And this is the Golra Mode station. Check that for overtaking. And this is the N5 station. We're still heading towards the motorway. Something big is coming soon. Has somebody been eating too many kebabs? Light transport vehicles at 100 miles or 100 kilometers per hour. And this must be one of the latest taxis called InDrive. Looked like his ear was about to drop off. Oh, and there goes Mr. InDrive. And it looks like his front bumper's about to fly off. Tamir se tarakki ka safar. The taxi driver's got his foot down. Yep, it looks like his bumper and side panel are about to fly off. So you think you've got gas, just make sure it's natural. Use it for its proper purposes. Do not do the things that people are doing with the gas canisters at the minute. Lives are being risked. Your life is valuable. You have a big role to play in life. Stay off the stuff and keep yourself safe. Just use it for cooking and use it for the things you need to use it for. And there's plenty of construction here in Pakistan. The airport is fairly nearby as well, so it's very, very, very popular, especially for overseas Pakistanis. And if you're looking for anything in Lahore, in Islamabad or in Gwadar, and you're looking to invest, then speak to One Homes in London or speak to me directly, and I will put you in touch with people who are honest, who have integrity, and that will serve you and help you resolve any of your real estate issues in Pakistan. That is, if you're thinking of buying in Pakistan. And if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, please share, please comment, and please like the videos. Keep on supporting us, and I will do my best to provide you with great content and great fun information, inshallah. And the discussions are on a world-class level, inshallah. So the junction now to the airport is on the right-hand side, and we are turning slightly towards the left as we head off to the district of Adak. Oh, as we start to hit slow-moving traffic. That's nice. Full ash on Dad Cash. Wasim MZI or MJI. And as they sort of try to merge in properly, they're doing their best. As the M1 welcomes you, Marhaba, Bakhair Ali, Assalamu alaikum. May peace be upon you, and in many other languages, however they say it, welcome to the M1. Ha 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 to all of those that were busting their cars with speed, overtaking, making it dodgy, and now they're all stood at the M1 Islamabad Peshawar motorway toll point. So they didn't get here any quicker. Nah. Something going on. It says Bakhair Rally, Nova City Phase 1. Here's the toll point. Slap and go. There is Faisal Town on the other side of the motorway. Town on the other side of the motorway. It's being built at the rate of knots really, really quickly. And Bohardun Tarnol is the exit on the left. As we go past a very smoky, non-eco-friendly truck. and he's undertaking I suddenly signaled right and blasted in front of us. As you can see, the hills in the distance. And we are now travelling on the Grand Trunk Road here in Pakistan. And look, these two are undertaking and overtaking each other, and they're waving their arms at each other, which is very interesting. So I was saying the Grand Trunk Road is a very, very famous road. It dates back like 2 millennia almost. Known as the Shahar-e-Azam, yani the Great Road. In history, it dates back, like I say, a couple of millennia. And in the previous empires, I think of the Iranian Empire as well, they had massive influence over it as well. However, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it currently. So it extends roughly about 2,200 miles and runs through part of India, part of Bangladesh, here into Pakistan, and right up to the borders of Balochistan. Going back about 35 years, it was pretty much a single road on the parts that you're seeing right now, but it's been developed with now a central island in the middle, and it fits almost the 2 lanes on each side. It's much safer than what it was all those years ago, and it's used for obviously international trade. Imports and exports will run on this road, okay, with huge vehicles. However, it has lesser significance now because of the connectivity of the motorways. The M1 and the M2 carries major traffic, and for example, if we were to travel to Islamabad or Rawalpindi on the Grand Trunk Road 20 to 25 years ago, it would probably take a good couple of hours, 2 to 2.5 hours. And now, because of the motorway network, it's more or less about 1 hour and about 10 minutes. So the motorway network has cut down travel time hugely, and it's obviously a lot faster on the motorways, more safer on the motorways as well. One of the greatest things, although the motorways are faster, about the GT road is that the cuisines and the food and the restaurants alongside the road are very famous. The Niaji Hotel in Burhan is one that really sticks out in the memory. Well known with truckers and well known for its breakfast, particularly the different types of paratha and the desi ghee and the dal and the chole. And running alongside it, specifically in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, there's places like for kebab like Daru Jabba, which is just off the Grand Trunk Road. And travelling from KPK, you're obviously travelling through like Jahangir, and the road is about 2,100 kilometers, which is approximately 1,500 miles. And particular places that are very famous are Cox's Bazaar in Chittagong, and then other major cities as well: Kabul, Jalalabad, Peshawar, Mardan, Rawalpindi, Islamabad, Lahore, and so on and so forth. And now modern filling stations as well, with modern shops where you can buy your snacks, where you can buy your hot drinks and also your cold drinks as well, but in particular the masjids, okay, for prayer time. And for those of you that do not know, Muslims pray 5 times a day, and when we're traveling Islamically and by Sharia, we are allowed to shorten the namaz. So we are reading our Zuhr namaz, which are our afternoon prayers. So instead of reading 10 units of prayer, we will read 2 units of prayer, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it easy for us, and Sharia has made it easy for us as well. And for those of you that do not have an awareness, Muslims pray 5 times a day with their compulsory prayers. They believe in the kalima La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, which you can ask a mufti and a scholar what that means. They will travel to Hajj, to Mecca, once in a lifetime as well. They will fast during the month of Ramadan, and they will give 2.5% of their wealth towards charity to help other people throughout the world. So it's time for Zuhr, so let's go and praise Zuhr.